Reuters reports the Department of Veterans Affairs will start mass layoffs as early as June. Scripps News Group reported last week the department plans to cut more than 80,000 workers. In response to a request for comment, the VA sent Reuters a link to the VA secretary's recent opinion piece in The Hill. He defended the cuts, calling them thorough and thoughtful. We don't know the full impact to Colorado yet. Colorado is home to the VA healthcare system in Aurora, a medical center in Grand Junction, as well as several other clinics throughout the state.
And workers who do still have their jobs are now facing another really big decision, whether to return to the office or face losing their jobs. For the first time in roughly 5 years, a lot of federal employees are getting ready to go back in person today. And it was back in January the Trump administration issued a memo requiring people to go back to the office for the entire week. That memo did not have a timeline. Some agencies, though, they have already started this. Others are phasing people back in over the next several weeks. Denver 7's Wanya Reese is joining us live right now. And Wanya, we have a lot of federal employees in Colorado. We're seeing these kind of changes in the private sector as well. You had an interesting conversation with a real estate agent about all of the empty office space in Denver at this time.
Good Monday morning to you, Anusha. And speaking of that empty office space, I want you to take a look at this sign right here, office space for lease. And this is not an uncommon advertisement that we see across the city here in downtown Denver. But I want to tell you a little bit more about our conversation. Nearly 25% of office space is empty here in the Denver metro, according to data from late last year. With those numbers in mind, a real estate agent that I spoke with says the Denver metro does face some headwinds, but he is optimistic that things will get better. Of course, things like the pandemic, homelessness, and construction of the 16th Street Mall continue to impact the downtown market. However, Stuart Zoll of Zoll Commercial Real Estate shared that he is seeing businesses renewing their leases and new businesses coming to town and basing their companies here.
Well, I think that I bought a lease. I don't know if you followed that. They took it's a high-tech company. They took a huge space over on, I think it's 16th and Blake. And when you think about downtown as being the hub of all over Metro Denver, you know, anybody from anywhere in this metro area can get to downtown without having a car, right?
And Zoll also shared with me that a perk of being here in downtown Denver, a business coming here, is that it's a lot cheaper than going to someplace that's right down the street like Cherry Creek, because leases there and buildings there are a lot more expensive. I want you to stay with us because at 6:30 I spoke with the Downtown Denver Partnership, and they gave us another interesting perspective of what it would mean if more people return to in-person working here in the downtown area. I'll have that side of the story coming your way in less than 30. But for now, reporting live in Denver, I'm Wanya Reese, Denver 7.
Well, thank you, Wanya. You know, despite the possible benefits of people coming back downtown to work, most City of Denver employees are still only required to work in person 3 days a week. Mayor Mike Johnston said during his campaign in 2023 he considered requiring employees to be in the office full time, or that he would consider that. But recently a spokesperson told our partners at the Denver Post there are currently no plans to change the city's hybrid work policy. I thought it would be interesting to look into other employers' policies in the area. Denver certainly is not the only one that has debated whether to bring remote workers back to the office. So in Aurora, just last month, the city council passed a resolution directing city leaders to encourage full-time employees to work in person at least 3 days a week. The key word there is encourage. It's not a mandate. I also reached out to the state of Colorado, which does offer hybrid work arrangements in many of its departments. And they have a bit of a different view on this. In a statement, the governor's office said that the flexible arrangement, quote, helps the state recruit top talent, saves taxpayer money by reducing its physical footprint, lowers the emissions and traffic caused by state worker commuting, and more. Many surveys have shown workers prefer these flexible hybrid schedules. However, this year, major companies like Amazon, Dell, and JP Morgan Chase all started requiring workers to be in the office again 5 days a week. For some of these employers, it's about productivity. For others, it's about fairness. In fact, I reached out to Denver Public Schools, which requires its central office staff to work full-time in person. They told me central office staff supports employees who work in schools, like the teachers. They're in person person, so we need to be in person to support them.
This morning in our Denver 7 viewer poll, we do want to know, are you more productive working at home or at the office? You can scan the QR code on your screen or go to denver7.com/vote now. We're going to be checking in on those results, but there's a resounding win so far.
At home, more productive. Okay.
I kind of get that, so I'm interested to see as more people weigh in how those numbers change. So you got a chance to still vote.